Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I have a little story to tell you guys that got me into this epiphany of putting out a bunch of videos in a short period of time and how I'm going to do it, and I will dive into it. I'm going to give you a short storyline of how I came up with it and tell you what all it's going to entail. So Wednesday, as most of people know, I guess, government workers had the day off. So my husband got to be off for Bush Remembrance, and it was actually awesome for us because it was the day that my car was scheduled to go into the shop and I had to pick up a rental. And that day was awesome. Like, my car's in the shop, I have my rental, my car seat's on its way. That stress just feels so alleviated, and it made me feel so good for that day that I decided to come home and I cleaned my room, which you guys don't know this because I don't bring you in there like ever. But my room is shamefully dirty all the time. It is the one room in my entire house that gets completely neglected. I don't do anything with it. So I decided to go in there on Wednesday and I cleaned it. I didn't declutter it or anything like that. I dusted it, I vacuumed it, I did my bedding, I got rid of the 1,000 water bottles that I tend to accumulate, and my room was it was clean finally. Like, I did my baseboards, everything. It felt amazing. And I went to bed that night and I slept so soundly. Like, I haven't slept that good in so long. So Thursday when I woke up, I was like, it must be that I finally got rid of the stress of my awful, disgusting bedroom that let me sleep that good. Plus, my car went in the shop. That's another de-stressor. So I was like, I clean every day. I do maintenance cleaning is what I call it. I maintain my house. I make sure it stays clean. But we all have those deep, dark secrets that the camera doesn't catch, like our dirty baseboards, underneath our couches, behind our furniture, underneath of our furniture, closets that we never open in front of cameras. Like, we all have that. I have that. And so I decided that I'm going to challenge myself for the next week and a half. I'm going to pick one room a day, and I'm going to ultimate deep clean, declutter, purge, and organize the entire heck out of that room. Like, that is going to be my mission. I'm only going to focus on one room, because if I try to do my whole house in one weekend or try to do a short time frame for myself, I know that I will end up overwhelming myself. I will quit and only half my house will get done. It happens to me all the time, and that's why my downstairs tends to be cleaner than my upstairs, or my upstairs tends to be cleaner than my downstairs. I always give up, especially when it comes to hitting my bedroom and hitting my master bath. That's just the two rooms I never get to. So I will be continuing to do my regular cleaning. I won't do that on camera. My regular videos I usually do is like cleaning my downstairs and picking up to my daughter and all that stuff. I'm not going to be doing any of those videos. For the next week and a half, I'm going to show you guys one room at a time, and we are going to purge the heck out of it together. We are going to clean it. I'm going to show you the nitty-gritty that I would never show anybody because I'm embarrassed by it, but I'm going to show y'all, and we're going to tackle it, and I'm super excited. And I hope that it motivates you guys, and I hope that maybe it'll help you with the anxiety and the stress of a room or your entire house that causes you problems. But I'm hoping that I accomplish this, and I want to, and I'm going to, and I'm so excited. So if you guys want to, come along with me, pick a room a day and do it along with me. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's jump into it. If you haven't yet, get that subscribe button a hit and the like button, and let's get started. So for the first day, I'm going to start with my dining room, because it's one of those rooms that I find to be the most beautiful out of my house, but it gets neglected when it comes to like the windowsills. Things get piled in there because it's like a drop spot for us, and my animals pretty much live in that room. My cat has her window tree, and then my dog's kennel will be remaining in there for now. I like it better in there than in the living room. So this room just gets so dirty. Plus, my dog comes in and out, and all this mud just somehow makes its way into my house, and it drives me absolutely insane. So I was thinking, let's start here, because it's literally driving me crazy. My brother and my sister-in-law got me a Dutch oven for Christmas, and I'm so excited to use it. Like, I can't wait to start making some awesome dishes. So I started off just by clearing off my table and getting rid of some of the bulky items, because I'm going to start first by cleaning my china cabinet. It's been a hot minute. It needs to be done. I do use a lot of the serveware out of it, but a lot of like the china I do not use. When I get a chance to use it, I will clean it just like everything that comes out of it. I hand wash before I use it, so I don't really feel the need to clean it all the time. So this china cabinet is my pride and joy. It is the first piece of furniture that I bought by myself and because of myself. It wasn't exactly needed, but my mother-in-law handed me down her china, and I thought it was the sweetest gesture ever, and I wanted to show it off. So my husband and I went out and looked for a china cabinet, and I didn't like the prices in store. So I went on Facebook Market and I found this beauty for $100. The right panel glass is missing on the side, and I plan to replace it. I just haven't yet, but I am obsessed with this china cabinet, and I love the sentiment of the china that's in it. I'm just giving everything a good wipe down with a damp cloth. I'm not going to be using any cleaning products on this stuff. I will pretty much clean it if I need to use it with like dish soap, just like any other dishes. But for now, and dusting purposes, I'm just using a damp cloth. I'm also using the Method glass cleaner to go ahead and clean the inside glass and the mirrors. I didn't clean these glass containers on top of this board because I literally just used them, so it wasn't really needed, and I also used the board, so it wasn't needed either, but I went ahead and just wiped the board off just in case, and I'm going to move on to the rest of the products in this cabinet. A lot of the serveware on the bottom shelf was just used for Thanksgiving, and I didn't really need to clean it off, so I'll skip a lot of it, but the little trinkets and things needed to be cleaned off, so I went ahead and did a little touch on those. Now I'm just going to remove the rest of the items that clutter my floor and sit against my baseboards so I can go ahead and do my baseboards, vacuum my floors thoroughly, and get this room as clean as possible. This window is probably one of my favorite DIY projects I ever did. I purchased the window pane off of Facebook Market for like 50 bucks. I found it to be a steal for how large it was. I repainted it, I hung a wreath on it, and I will plan to change the wreath each season from here on out. That is my plan. I absolutely hate metal blinds, and these blinds just are poop, honestly, and this one window has always given me hell, and I can't deal with it most of the time. I always leave them down because they're a pain in the butt to even get put up. So I was going to do the top half of my windows as well, but my sweet husband offered to help, and I just didn't want to interrupt him from putting Tennyson down for a nap, so I left them be, and I'll get to him later. So when I cleaned my porch, I sprayed off with my hose, and when I spray the windows down, the water comes in, and it actually comes in and goes into that little crevice, which creates all that muddy, disgusting mess. And it just cakes on and builds up, and I have to clean it. And it drives me crazy that the water even gets in. Like, it should be a sealed door, but I guess it's not. So now I have to clean it on a regular basis, along with the walls and the porch, because my dog is a muddy, awful mess, and he drives me up the wall. So I had to stop vacuuming to show you guys the baseboard that sits against my dog's kennel and how disgusting it is, because this is like a weekly to 2 weeks process that I'm constantly moving his kennel out, and I have to vacuum all this disgustingness up. I'm just using my typical Mr. Clean mop liquid and water to wipe down the baseboards. I'm not going to go in with bounce sheets today just because I didn't feel like it. I was kind of getting worn out by this process, and I wanted to make sure I had time to edit so I can get this video up the next day. So I didn't do my bounce sheets, which I'm probably going to regret later.
Just accept that
So my cat tends to play musical chairs and stools in the dining room, and my furniture ends up covered in hair. You can't really tell it's covered in hair until you sit in it, you stand up, and your butt's covered with fur. She's gray, the chairs are gray, so you don't ever notice, but it needs to be done on a regular basis. It's been heavily neglected for a very long time, so I'm going to go ahead and do all of my chairs and all of my stools. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my method cleaner to wipe down everything wood-wise in this room.
Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all, lose it all, lose it all. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm. Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got a few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all, lose it all, lose it all. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm.
So for the ones that stuck around, I am so glad that you did, because this room I feel like had such a great transformation. Look at it, like it's clean, there's no clutter, and it just makes my heart feel happy. I keep walking into this room, I keep looking at it, it smells amazing, it looks amazing, I know it's clean. The high chair did go back in here. Her carrier will be gone tomorrow because we actually got her new car seat in tonight, and I didn't think it was going to come, but it came a little late, and it's here, and she'll be in a forever one from here on out, and that just makes me so happy to know that she'll be there for a while. But yes, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and thanks again for watching. I hope to see you guys for the next video.